Barbara, thanks so much for coming on today with me, doing a quick video message. So I've been using Homebot now for a little over 3 years, and I've been singing its praises ever since. So I wanted for me and you to get together, do a quick video on some of the features that it does for people, because if you're a real estate agent or a loan officer and you're not using Homebot, you're really missing the boat. I got to tell you. So it is one of, if not the best tools for mainly retaining clients, but also adding new clients and just staying in front of them, that I have never seen anything else do as well as it has. And it's pretty cost effective as well. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know, and I really don't think there's anything with an open or an engagement rate like Homebot has. It is pretty powerful. You know, I have countless of clients that message me all the time from Homebot. Some that were personal friends that I don't see for a while, and when I do see them, they're like, "Oh man, thank you so much for putting me on that Homebot. It was great." So it's a great tool, and you know, I just wanted to kind of take over, kind of show everybody what it does and kind of what they're missing out, because you know, at the end of the day, everybody gets a mortgage statement, right? But wouldn't it be nice to get a asset statement, right? I mean, they're going to want to see that more than what they owe, but you know, it's going to show you the value of your house, and there's so many interactive tools. And I'm going to learn something today because I only know some of the basics of it. So I'm really excited to get in and get down with this thing, because I know there's some more tools that I need to learn to offer my clients as well.
Yeah, for sure. And first of all, I have to tell you, I am so happy to hear you say how like you have been in this business and you have not seen anything like that. I say that to people. I'm actually a licensed real estate agent, so yeah. I see how this thing works from an agent's perspective. But of course, I'm the Homebot gal, right?
Yeah, so no, exactly. But like as a real estate agent, you know, staying in front of clients is everything, because I know there's nothing worse than, you know, they had a client that they thought they had a great relationship, and next thing they know, they sold their house with somebody else, right? And I gotta admit, sometimes sending those newsletters with pumpkin pie recipes, even though we all love pumpkin pie, right, probably isn't going to have as much oomph as you know, just setting and forgetting Homebot, because it's every single month. You really don't have to do anything besides upload clients and go from there.
Right, and that's the beauty of it. It is set it and forget it. Homebot is an amazing tool. I mean, look, as agents, as loan professionals, we've got all kinds of different things to do. We don't always have time to think of the home organizational tips or the pumpkin pie recipe. So this thing is amazing because it just works. And the best part about it is what you're sending to your client is super, super engaging. It creates really meaningful conversations.
Yep.
Exactly like you said, that the engagement on this is out of this world. We see on average a 50% engagement rate.
Yeah, that's insane.
Clients. It's just crazy, right? Yep. I'm sure you've gotten plenty of messages from your clients reaching out saying, "Oh my gosh, thank you. This is so helpful."
All the time.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Well, let me do this. Let me, and you know, kind of to that point, I'm going to share my screen here for just a second, because you know we're talking about it right now. I do think it's really important for us all to understand why we did this cool thing in the first place. And Dustin, you hit the nail on the head with, you know, we get a mortgage statement, but we don't get an asset statement. And this statistic, you know, it's even shocking for me being in this industry for 20 years. Imagine how shocking it is to a homeowner when they realize the vast majority of their wealth at retirement is coming from the equity in their home. Yeah. It's not that 401k. And that we have, you know, the statements for, right? We get to log in to the cool little portal to track our investments. Well, what about this biggest chunk, right? What about that 83%? That really is what Homebot is all about, is we want, as a homeowner, you to understand, what do I do? When do I make these different decisions, and what levers do I pull to make sure that I'm getting the most out of Homebot, right? Or the most out of my home as an asset. So that really is what is the core message and the core value to Homebot is we want to make sure as a homeowner, you understand not just your value, but how's your equity tracking,
Yep.
right? And again,
what would it do if I added another $300 a month to my payment? I mean, people use that all the time. I want to explore new markets. I mean, one of the best things I ever get, and I know you'll go through this in a second, is, hey, I'm looking for a CMA, right? Well, boom, we go to their realtor, assuming there's, we know that real estate agent. If we don't, we get them with one of ours, and we hand it off, and like as a real estate agent, that's the worst thing, is to have somebody else raising, look, they're raising their hand. Maybe because they want a CMA that may not necessarily want to sell tomorrow, right? But they're doing something, they're engaging, and that's when you make that phone call. Because I'll tell you, when rates dropped during COVID to whatever percent they were, I mean, we would literally be in the back end of this, Barbara, all day long. We'd see people on there countless times a day, and we wouldn't tell them we're stalking them, right? We're just like, hey, I'm thinking about you. I know you got a 4.25% interest rate. Looks like today I worked up some numbers. I can get you 2.75. Would you like me to send you some options? And literally almost everyone were like, absolutely. I can't believe you called me. I was just thinking about that. So yeah, it's a fantastic tool, not only for loan officers, but especially for real estate agents.
Well, right. And as a real estate agent, I want to make sure, just like you do, Dustin, like I've worked hard to get my clients in the first place. I've developed really great relationships with these people, a lot of times, maybe I even know way more than I thought I might about some of our clients that we work with, but it's all about the relationship. And I don't want that relationship. Like you said earlier, I don't want to see somebody posting on Facebook, closing a home with someone else.
Nope.
I want to maintain that relationship. So that's what Homebot is about, is making sure that you are the person that is that go-to resource for your clients. We don't want them to get curious about, when do I refinance and when do I have enough equity? Can I purchase an investment property? We don't want them to go Google themselves into someone else's pipeline.
Yep.
Right? We want to make sure that we are that provider of information. So Homebot's really going to give them a good overview. Kind of like,
look, it's providing value, and that's what we struggle with in our industry. How do we stay in touch, not be annoying by providing value? And literally, this is the number one tool to do it. Not saying stop doing what you're, still do the social media, start, the videos, direct mail, but this will be the best tool in everybody's arsenal, in my opinion.
Absolutely. The warm and fuzzies are great. Those are great, emails to send out. This is a complement to that. And this is engaging. Again, going back to that. I mean, think about that. If you send this out to just even 100 clients, how valuable is it to have 50 people in their Homebot account poking around, pulling levers? This is super engaging.
Yeah.
You were saying it earlier, Dustin. There's levers you can pull and sliders and buttons and all kinds of great stuff. And half of the people, if you had 50 people coming to you, engaging with you, I mean, that's amazing, right?
It is. And it's, and you can talk about this too, is it's not just for past clients as well. It's very important to put future clients in there, right? Because this provides a really good tool for, prospective home buyers or home sellers, to stay engaged with them as well. They can explore new markets instead of going on Zillow, and then all of a sudden they're getting a call from the Zillow agent and then we lost them, right? So that's one of the most important things for me as well. In fact, I have a lot of real estate agents that still do open houses, and I'm like, forget the sign-in sheets, get with Homebot, put all the neighbors and everybody in there. They're now in your data bank. You're reaching out to them with something valuable every single month. And it's been a home run for a lot of agents that do that.
You know what? It's so funny, Dustin, that you say that, because I was just talking to, I'm on a team, and a bunch of the folks on my team we're just talking about using Homebot to capture those leads to nurture at an open house. So we actually even give you tools for that. We give you your own personalized landing page. So think about that scenario where you have, the person popping into the open house. Oh no, I just live in the neighborhood. I'm just being nosy. Well, then they put something silly like Bugs Bunny on the sign-in sheet, if you can even get them to do that. This has been a really effective way to say, you know what? If you think that, I completely get that. I love looking at real estate on the weekends too. But look, if you live in the neighborhood, you should know what's going on around you. So giving them the opportunity that now, whether it's 2, 5, 10 years down the road, when they are ready to sell, who do you think they're going to come to? Right? The person that's providing them that really helpful, valuable info.
100%. Yeah, it's and again, not to beat a dead horse, but it's literally one of the best tools that we've ever come across. It's been a game changer for us. I know we're going to have an in-depth discussion with all the trinkets and go through soup and nuts on how this thing works very soon with a very large class of professionals. So I just wanted to get the quick video out for everybody to make sure that they get into that class, and then we'll look out for future ones, because Homebot is where it's at if you're not on it.
Yes, absolutely. And just as a quick little note here too, I'm going to pop this up on the screen just in case, if we have some folks viewing this and are thinking, oh my gosh, okay, well, this already seems to be cool.
What do must be $1,000 a month, right?
Right, exactly. You're like, okay, well, how much is this going to cost me? You guys are going to be so excited. I mean, you can see down there right at the very first. Well, first and foremost, let's talk. Here's what I would say to do first. If you're even thinking about this, going, well, it looks pretty cool, but I don't know. Ask Dustin to get you set up with your own Homebot report. Act as if you're his client. And then that way you get your own Homebot digest for you as a homeowner. You can play around with this report and get a feel for what your clients would be receiving. I'm sure you'd probably be happy to do that for your agent partners, right?
100%. Yeah.
I love it. Well, and the other really great thing is, because of you guys and because of you, Dustin, really, and your partnership and being able to offer this as a really, again, partnership, right? A good relationship, working together as a team with your agents, you're able to actually offer your agents a free trial. So you can test this out with, 25 of your clients, your friends, your family. Avoid those people seeing the Facebook post of your friend closing alone with someone else. Try it out. And then when you get a feel for that and you're like, I got to get everybody in here, right? It's just $25 a month. I mean, it's the best investment. I have an agent up in Wisconsin that he got a client from 7 years ago, reconnected with him, ended up listing his home and buying a new one. And he's like, Barbara, that paid for my Homebot for 35 years. Yeah,
exactly. I just spent $25 at Starbucks. So
right. Exactly. So definitely let us know if you're interested in checking this out a little more.
Yeah, 100%. So we'll have links for all that, and then hope to see you at the class. We'll have future ones as well. So Barbara, appreciate you taking a few minutes out of your time today and giving some great information out, and look forward to seeing you soon.
You bet. You too. Thanks so much for having me.
All right. Thanks, Barbara.